G'day, welcome back to Amaze TV. My name's Neen James, and those of you who've been watching along with all the episodes of Amaze TV, we so appreciate you sharing it with everyone else. You will know one of the things that I am truly obsessed about is helping leaders to truly pay attention to what matters. I was fascinated to hear the other day, based on a study from scratch that Viacom had done on attention, they said that 30%, actually it was over 30% of people said that community shapes the way they think. And I sort of found it hard to believe, but then I was thinking about this whole idea of community attention. I wonder who's in your community, what does your community believe, and where are they all based? It got me thinking a little bit more as leaders, what do we really need to pay attention to? I was fascinated to also hear that 50% of the people that were surveyed said that they would give up social media for a week so that they didn't miss the finale of their favorite TV show. It sounded crazy to me, and then I started to think about it a bit more. Social media has become one of our communities. So the first thing I was thinking about was who's in your community? And think about this whole idea of community attention. Who's in your community? Who are you paying attention to? Now, your community might be online. I wonder if you can review who's in your community. Do they add value to you and what you're doing? Or do you have to delete them? One of my community attention strategies is a mastermind group. I have a group of professionals that I meet with once or twice a year, and we get to talk about our businesses, strategies, and how we're doing. They are my community when it comes to really helping me grow my speaking practice and also allow me to stay accountable to some of the objectives that I have. Who's in your community? If you want to build community attention, you may want to first have a look at who do you listen to. The second thing when it comes to community attention is what's your community stand for? What are their values, their beliefs? It's interesting to me with social media how everyone has an opinion and they share that. But what does your community stand for? One of the communities I'm actively part of is called the National Speakers Association. I've been privileged to be a member both in Australia and also in America, and I now have the privilege of serving on the national board, at the national board level, and also on the NSA Foundation board as well, which helps speakers in times of need and gives away scholarships. What's fascinating about this community is where they spend their attention. It is one of the most generous communities I've ever been involved in. People constantly refer each other business, and you would think speakers are all competing for the same jobs. And yet, it is truly one of the most generous communities because they believe in the founder's philosophy, and Cavett Roberts said that all we need to do is to build a bigger pie. And what he was suggesting is there really is enough for everyone. We just need to make sure that we constantly are looking for opportunities to grow that. So the second thing I would ask you to consider when it comes to community attention is what does your community stand for? And then the third strategy when it comes to really growing your community attention is where does your community hang out? Now, my community is international. I am obviously Australian and I live in the US, so I have family on both continents. And I also feel, because of my involvement in the National Speakers Association, that I have a community that is global, all over the world. Where does your community hang out? I also believe that online is a community, whether it's your Facebook groups, the LinkedIn conversations you're a part of, Twitter, or maybe you're involved in Blab. But whatever you're using, think about where is your community and where are you directing your attention. You get 1,440 minutes in a day. How are you investing yours? When it comes to community attention, think about where you need to spend more attention and maybe where you need to spend less. I know myself, I could certainly spend less time on social media and the online community. What do you need to do this week to truly accelerate your attention with the community you're a part of? I challenge you to find one place where you could give more attention and maybe one place you could give less attention. What are your ideas for truly managing community attention? I'd love to hear them. If you would like to write your comments below, we love to read them. I read every one and I love that. And thank you for sharing Amaze TV with people. We can stay connected on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @NeenJames. Or you can come across and like us at Neen James Communications on Facebook. Today as a leader, you really do get a choice to be amazing every time you give someone the gift of your undivided attention. Where are you spending your attention, and in what communities are you part of today?